Hi everybody, and a warm welcome back to MapleLeafCustoms in Switzerland. I'm Andrew, and on the bench today is a 1:52 scale Matchbox Superfast Tyre Fryer. It was produced from 1972 to 1976 as number MB42 in the original 1:75 series. It's not in terrible shape, but as you can see, it's not pristine either. I'll clean up the paint job, do some engine mods, and give it a new set of screeching 3D printed tires so that it can keep on doing burnouts for a long, long time. Stay tuned and I'll show you more videos of idiots doing burnouts on this fat tire theme. All of the tire fryers came in this metallic blue with a yellow interior until a promotional for Jaffa cake biscuits was done in 1976, and that was an orange body and a yellow interior. It's obviously a fantasy car, but these little guys need some love too, so it gets its turn on the bench, and I'm thinking it should be a relatively straightforward resto mod today. There are no missing parts, so that's good news. There never was original windshield glass on this one. The paint chipping is the main sign of wear and tear, so that's easily fixed up. Off comes the interior. And although I always save the original wheels, as I said, these ones will be replaced with some cleaned up, super enlarged versions. Nice metal base on this one. And that's the whole inventory right there. Pretty basic on this little Superfast, so I'm ready to proceed and move forward. I'm in a well-ventilated area in my hobby room with the adjacent window open, but I still get masked up when I use this rather toxic paint stripper that I've got. I do this work in the spray booth with the ventilator fan running too. And it goes to work pretty quickly, leaving me just a little bit of bare metal detail to do. While I go over it, I'm looking for casting lines or defects or edges that have some burrs on them that may need a little bit of filing away so that the body's in the best shape it can be before it goes to primer and paint. Looking pretty good now. This is my standard household oven cleaner, barbecue cleaner, a couple squirts on that. I keep it in a dish, also in the spray booth, keep my fingers clear, and in about 5 minutes, I pick it up with a pair of hemostats, give it a quick dunk in some clean water for a rinse, and you can see the chrome is gone and it's in good shape. Then I had the idea that I would upgrade from a dual exhaust system to a quad pipe look, so I drill a couple of holes, and I use these hardware store ferrules, which are just the right look and size. I hope you'll be back to visit my channel for these upcoming videos, including a Matchbox Ferrari Testarossa Back to the Future conversion. This month's Four Horsemen build is the GMC Cyclone. July 1st is my country's birthday. It's Canada Day, and you're invited to participate, and I sure hope you will. This car's not going to be red and white. I'm going with a metallic blue over top of a silver sealer, and it comes out looking fast. And just like that burnout jockey, I'm going to replace my wheels as well, but I always bag them and label them and throw them into a box for future consideration, like so. Now I'm going from the original 14mm rear tires to some enlarged 16mm on the back. They came out printed very nicely. I chrome up the inside and do off black on the outside. Today's community shoutout goes to my friend in Romania, 164 custom diecast models. Romeo does outstanding work. You can see he participated in my Porsche Invitational. I left a link in the description so you can swing by there and check out all of his fine customs. You'll also find him on Instagram. Thanks for following up on that and helping to support a fellow customizer. I put in some axle tubes and some new axles as well, and then I found out my 16mm tires were a little bit fat, so I simply had to enlarge the opening on the metal chassis. That was a really quick and easy fix. And now I can do a little bit of detailing with the same metallic blue that I put on the body on these valve covers, making the engine look really smart now. You ever notice there's a Ford logo on the side of this? I thought I would scrape away a little bit of the blue and make that stand out a bit more. These little changes make a real good difference. I popped the engine cover back on. It's looking new and refurbished. And so will the one-piece interior after I give it a washing in some soapy water and a quick spray. I think the white looks better than the yellow, don't you? I often black out the bottom of these plastic interiors just so you don't see anything if you happen to peek upwards from underneath inside the wheel wells. The forefront headlights are very tiny, so they just get a dot of white paint using a fingernail decorating tool. Amazing what you get in the beauty aisle that serves beautifully in this hobby. Right, everything's been clear coated and given time to cure overnight so I don't leave big thumbprints on the freshly painted body or the refurbished interior. There are the new 3D printed wheels, axle tubes, and axles on the repainted matte black chassis, and I guess the most mods took place on the engine with the quad exhaust and the paint trim. There should be no surprises here because I already know the interior will clip back into place on that little post. Big engine just sits in place and I glue it from the inside just to ensure it's got a really good hold. I have to locate that one tab in the front, one screw at the back, holds it all together, and off it goes. Let's have a closer look. Even going from 14 to 16mm, there was still room to fill those wheel wells. They're so big. I especially like the engine upgrades. Quad exhaust and some paint touch-up. No real detail underneath except for a channel logo. And I think this is going to make a great toy. Oh, masters of the burnout. And that's what you can do in the tire fryer. Look at it all hopped up in the back like that. And I think it looks smashing. Done over in a resto mod style now with a couple of improvements. It's a fantasy casting, but kids have great, vivid imaginations. So I hope this one will be well loved. I make a custom card for all of my giveaways. A bit of my channel information on the back with the build number and a certificate of authenticity. I hope you enjoyed this one and you'll leave a respectful comment below. And I'm wishing you a fine day today. It's coffee time.